Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. We are reading from Sripada Rasa Sudhanidhi, continuing verse 14, the third paragraph down. Maybe we'll read a little bit above where we left off yesterday. So this is the bottom of page 41 in the Blue Book. By the mercy of Sri Vrindavan, Sripad sees a sweet, transcendental picture before his inner eyes. Shri Shri Leela Kishore Yugala, the playful, youthful couple, are playing Madhura Vana Vihara, sweet forest pastimes, admiring the beauty of the spring forest with their girlfriends. Sripad is there in his kinkari form, engaged in their service. The forest is filled with different kinds of blooming flowers, surrounded by humming bees. The cuckoos create a romantic atmosphere by singing in the fifth note, and Mohan, the young transcendental Cupid of Vrindavan, sings along with Rati Priya Swamini, Radhika, who enchants millions of Ratis, and her girlfriends and maidservants. How sweetly they play in the forest, embracing each other like a male and female elephant. The Sakis sing sweet songs about the pastimes of the Yugala Kishore, inciting amorous feelings in their hearts. Sometimes Priyaji personally goes to pick flowers to decorate her Priyatama. The vine buds bloom up when they are touched by Swamini's hands. They smile with their flowers, horripilate with their sprouts, and cry.
What is that meaning, Mahatma Ji? Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe. Horripilate? Horripilate, you're saying?
Yeah.
Is Uddhav, you know, is it like to shake? Like to tremble? No.
I'm afraid I don't know. I don't know.
I can look it up. Do you have the internet or anything?
I'll look up in the dictionary.
No. Like with a book or like on the internet?
How do you write it?
I actually have real books here.
Wow. Those are real behind you?
It's not this wallpaper.
Paper. It's Horror.
H-O
Sounds like we will do.
R-R-I
P-I-L-A-T-E.
L-A-T-E.
To make it means to make oh no, horripilate. It says make the hair stand up, make you horrified, give you goosebumps.
Oh yeah.
So that makes sense with their sprouts because they're just little pieces.
Yeah. Just read also.
Almost like the hair vine.
But also in excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the.
So their sprouts are standing on end.
Yeah, goosebumps or goose pimples is similar. But in the meaning of ecstasy, not of horror. Wow.
Yeah. Beautiful description.
Ma.
How many jokes Srimati makes with her girlfriends while she picks flowers. Vishaka says, Saki Radhe, be careful. A greedy bumblebee, Mohan, is coming up to you to drink the honey from your moon-like face. Srimati says, Saki, why should a bumblebee come to me, leaving behind the fragrant lotus-like faces of beautiful girls like you and your friends? You said that my face is like the moon. Well, Saki, the moon has no fragrance, so why would the bee feel attracted to it? Sripada, in his kinkari form, sees Radha Karavachita, Palava Balarike. Oof. How beautiful the vine buds are horripulating when they are touched by Sri Radha's beautiful hands. Through these pastimes, he relishes Vrindavan's natural beauty.
Here we can easily find out the difference between the manjaris again and the sakis. Sakis, they see themselves as on the same level than Radhika, and Radhika see themselves also on that level. So, no?
Yeah, that exchange would not be quite like that between Manjari and Srimati. But with her Saki, she can make more of the jokes. Why would the bumblebee leave me from you, or come to me from leaving you?
No, that's open discussed there. That they are both attracted, so that all Sakis are attracted by Mohan. And they know this. It is not that Radhika is now somehow disturbed by this, that Mohan is also attracted to others.
No, she desires this. In one of the previous verses,
Sometimes.
She stopped the Rasa. She stopped her Leela with Mohan because she was thinking of her Sakis.
But again, the Manjari is watching how good they've explained many times, no?
Yeah.
Manjari is through these Leelas, he relishes Vrindavan's natural beauty. But this conversation only takes place with the Sakis. Between the Sakis.
Yeah, Vishaka and Radharani, and I love that they're actually engaged in this back and forth exchange. And then the very next line is Shripad, in his kinkari form, sees. So he's actually the one that is witnessing, and sees is the word to key in.
Yeah.
He's not the doer. He's not in Radhakund playing in the water pastimes. They're on the edge, watching, witnessing what's happening. And when he's witnessing, what is the Manjari looking at? Sri Radha's beautiful hands.
That's the point. And this is when she watched this, what is described, that the flowers and buds and so are in ecstasy when they are directly touched by Swamini's hands. So when we see in the material world, if you cut the flowers, I don't know, they are maybe not so much in ecstasy.
Of course, remember, the first meaning of the word manjari is bud.
Yeah.
A manjari is a flower bud on a vine. So when her hands are touching the manjaris, the buds, she's touching the manjaris and making them have this ecstasy.
Yeah, beautiful, right.
That brings some deeper meaning to the sentence. The vine buds bloom up when they are touched by Swamini's hands.
That's actually the topmost Kinkari can feel when it's direct touched by Swamini.
Mm.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Radhe, Radhe. I have a question inside of me, like about the manjaris. Like, what is our relationship to Radharani and Krishna? Are they like older brothers and sisters for us, or what is the relationship in it?
You want me to try?
Yes, please.
Radha and Mohan are, of course, Krishna, their God. And the manjaris are those that have the highest level of service to Radha. And the Radha's highest goal is to love Mohan. So that's the starting point. The purpose of life is to love God. The goal of life is prem. And this is what is happening with the couple. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descends in order to put into, practice, you would say, this love. And the manjaris then are there to serve that, to help that, to make sure that love flows. That's their function. And we, the jivas, we want to go as far as we can in loving God, in expressing divine love, prem. And the highest and closest we can come to that is in the mood of the manjari. That doesn't mean we become manjaris, but it means that we practice in the mood, that we adopt all the attitudes and the feelings and the humility that the manjaris are showing. This is why we read about the manjaris all the time, so we can learn what our highest kind of behavior is. So we are the helpers of Radha in our hearts. This is our relationship. So we worship Krishna by serving Radha, let's say.
Yeah, beautiful. Actually, we try to understand the differences between the moods from the Gopi, from the Saki, and from Manjari to realize our own mood. This mood is given by of the Guru. Before we met our Guru, we didn't know really who we are in that relationship to Radha Mohan. But by his mercy, he gave everything to us and makes us understand this fine-tuning differences between the Gopi Bhav, the Saki Bhav, and the Manjari Bhav. And this makes clear our relationship, how Uddhavji nicely explained. And in our case, he makes clear, Gurudev, our relationship is that of the Manjari. And we have no interest actually in Mohan. Even if he tried to attract us, we are always fixed on our Swamini. She is so-called Ishta Devi. And this is Gurudev's teaching that we have to understand who we are and who is our Ishtadev or Ishtadevi. And this is his mercy. By his mercy, it comes crystal clear. The gopis, for example, they have more love for Mohan, for Krishna. The Sakis have both love for Krishna and love for Swamini. In the Manjaris, they have this exclusive love for Radhika. Of course, they are serving both, the divine couple, but they are always fixed on the lotus feet of Swamini. They are described as their shadows. And they are never attracted to the divine Cupid in form of Krishna. And because of their sthai bhav, Gurudev said, they are so loyal to Radhika that she is fully in trust their manjaris. they can even enter the kunja to every moment to do their seva there. And this is not possible for the Sakis or the Gopis. So
it'd be clear that their love is for, their loyalty is for Radha, yes, but not as some kind of lonely queen. Their love for her is their love for her love. So their function in all the Leelas we read is not just to hang around and worship Radha. You never see this. What they're doing all the time is helping Radha to realize her desire, which is to be with Mohan. So yes, they're completely 100% loyal to Radha, but in Radha's goal to love. So that you could say that Radha's love is actually the highest. Does it answer, Harinam?
Yes, it's really beautiful. Like, still, like, inside of me, like, I try to understand, like, how is it like in Vrindavan, like, as a Manjari then, that how do I approach them? Like in this serving mood, just, or also, yeah, this is like the question.
Yeah, serving mood. Always serving. Because the rasa of the Manjari is seva rasa. The enjoyment of the Manjaris is service. They never enjoy. No, right?
There's not a particular service. It's just the mood which is the goal. You can look actually at this commentary. It's really a good example because Srila Prabhupada Saraswati is a sadhaka like you and me. He's a very, very high and advanced one, but he's sadhaka. He's in his material body. He's meditating and writing this prayer, and he says, and he talks to his mind in the verse. He says, "Dear mind, let me find the pleasure in the play forest." And then in his mind, he meditates, just like you sit there and meditate in your mind. And he meditates on Vrindavan Dham, on transcendental Vrindavan. And because he's a very advanced devotee, he has a crystal clear image of what is going on there, of these pastimes. And then again, in the second paragraph where we started today, actually, it says, a sweet transcendental picture comes before his inner eyes, comes into his mind. So the most highest devotees are those who create in their minds this transcendental picture, and then it becomes real for them. And it comes real for them by being in this mood of serving. The more we purify our mood, the more we become, like Gauda says, ourselves, knowing who we are, the more we see clearly in our meditation this pastime. So somebody like Gurudev closed his eyes and he's transported in his mind directly there. So the goal of our practice is to find this Manjari Bhav, this Manjari mood.
Thank you so much.
I feel like this line here maybe can be some confirmation to what we were asking about yesterday, Goro, with the previous line. The line on the previous page that says, the forest is filled with different kinds of blooming flowers surrounded by hummingbees.
I have one, I have to, this is I cannot agree with the conclusion of Uddhava. I'm so sorry, because that would meaning that with the mind, if we create it by ourselves, Uddhavji, then it's also finished when we're leaving body, because then the mind is damaged. This is finish, but this is mercy. This is really, for me, what I realize. this view of Vrindavan is Swamini's mercy. These pictures coming, they are not created by the mind. And we meditate and fix on the point, but the pictures are the mercy of Swamini. So in this point, I cannot agree with this, that is something doing by the mind, and I practice this intensely. I'm really sorry, I don't like this, and I don't like to do this discussion. It's only what my experience. I like to share this because it's what Gurudev explained. It's a eternal relationship, and if it is made by the mind, by intense meditation of the mind, and it's coming only by the mind, then there is no meaning of mercy. And I can concentrate my mind on something, and it will come and appear before me. No, this appearance is really Swamini's mercy, that she accepts Sripada as her manjari. And then these pictures are coming by mercy, and these are not seen before. No mind can create something that he never experienced before. Pictures like that of a bud, what is getting goose pimples when it's picked up. This is not a picture from this world. This mainly these experiences in what is described in these books are not made in this material world. This is a complete opening from the spiritual world. So this is for me, and I also think it's from Gurudev's side. This is really made by mercy. All these pictures come when Swamini accept us as a manjari. Gurudev make a seed into our heart. You are right in this, that we are growing and meditating on the feelings of a manjari when we enter. And our prayer is, please give me this view, give me this seva. And then it's an act of mercy that this will come, the seva and this view of these pictures. They are not made by the mind. Mind is finished when you're dead. But the relationship to Swamini is never finished. Also not to Gurudev. Gurudev's relationship is eternal also. It's over. It's when the mind is leaving us, we forget everything. It's the brain is.
That's very nice. I guess I wasn't clear. I didn't say that the images are created by the mind. I just read what Anandadas Babaji said, that the images come into his mind. I didn't say where they come from.
So this is a misunderstanding from my side. Sorry. Whatever. Maybe Mahatmaji, you continue.
Yeah. Sridhar, how beautiful the vine buds are horripulating when they are touched by Sri Radha's beautiful hands. Through these pastimes, he relishes Vrindavan's natural beauty. Sometimes Srimati wants to pick flowers from high branches, and Shyam, seeing her stretched out armpit, becomes attracted to her and runs up to her. Swamini cannot reach the flowers she wants, so Shyam helps her by pulling the branch down. Just as Swamini catches the flower, Shyam lets go of the branch so that tender Radhika flies up along with the branch. Fearfully, she calls out, "Lalita, Lalita, help!" while Shyam loudly laughs and claps his hands. Lalita pulls the branch back down and takes care that Swamini returns to the ground. In his Kinkari form, Sripad sees how beautiful Sri Radha's footprints have marked the earth of Vrindavan. Radha Padanka Vilasan Madhura Stalike. After picking flowers, Srimati sits down on a jeweled platform and makes ornaments from different flowers with her own hands to decorate Shamasundra with. Shamasundra and the Sakis are overwhelmed with ecstasy when the birds begin to chirp of Srimati's glories. Radha Yaso Mukara Mata Kavalike. When the transcendental vision vanishes, Sripad thinks Radha Vihara Vibini Ram Atam Mano Me. O mind, find pleasure in Radha's play forest. If I cannot directly experience Radha and Mohan's loving pastimes, then let me remember Sri Vrindavan and mentally witness these sweet nectarian pastimes. This ends verse 14.
Yeah. One small thing is because of the question of I remember when in the beginning of Gurudev's explanations, I think it's normal to think about is what feelings are for me there, because we have a material. We start with the material, and I mean this when a man and a woman comes together, there is this is the highest feeling maybe in the material world, and what is there? What is left for the manjari then? There is the Sakis have some enjoyment with Mohan, Radhika, but from this point of view, the manjari is not the highest, right?
Yes, yes. Yes, that's also me.
only watching this, okay. But this is really the point of from the material eyes. Only seva, okay. But then after all, so yes, this is in the beginning we think like this, and I can feel this also now. I remember this, yes. But that's the difference between the material body and the spiritual body. The enjoyment in the spiritual body is completely different. The mind and senses are complete different. So this enjoyment from the material senses is in the spiritual senses are complete different. The spiritual senses are not made for this kind of enjoyment we have in the material body. The spiritual senses are really made for this seva, and they get this most intense bliss when they feel that they are used in the service. Like these buds, what we just read. The wine buds bloom up when they are touched by Swamini's hands. They smile with their flowers, horripilate with their sprouts, and cry streams of tears with their trickling honey. So this is, how would I have to explain? This is really this is the mood of the manjaris. It's so beautiful. But okay, this is in Sudhanidhi also. We just shared this question again, and It's yes, yes. What you said, Suniti?
It's a human feeling, but in Adamita also.
Human feeling. You can hear her?
No, we can't hear her.
Little louder.
It's about gold and iron, no? It's different qualities.
Like gold and iron.
Yeah.
That's different qualities.
And lust is
Prema and lust.
like gold and iron.
It's described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yes, it's like a gold and iron and prem and lust. There is a great difference.
Got it.
Like what I understand is the highest is the union of Radha and Krishna, and that we support it. But through that, like we, as Manjari, we are so connected to Radha, and that's why we feel everything what she feels, and also feeling the union between them. Then,
Yeah, but the point is not our enjoyment of this.
Yes, but the point is not our enjoyment of this, but we are the fulfillment of our desires is that we brought them together. And we can see when we decorate our Swamini, and Mohan is very happy with this, then our Sevaras is 100%. It is not that we neglect Mohan, but we will never accept his touch or whatever. We are only in the service mood to Radhika. And this is indirectly, we serve also at this point to Mohan.
The Manjaris are in the mood of Bhavalasrati. So when you're happy, I'm happy. And so my goal is to make you happy, because when you're happy, then I'm happy. And I think we can get teeny tiny glimpses of this in the material world here and there. If you've ever like bought a gift for a good friend, like someone that's really close to you, and you're so excited to give it to them, because it's like, it's what they really want, for their birthday or something like that. Like they've talked to you a lot about this, whatever it is, they really wanted this new pair of shoes, but you knew that they weren't going to get it, but you have the ability to go and get it. So you can go and support them. And when you give it to them, you give them that gift, it feels nice inside. You're like, wow, this feels good. Even though I'm not going to be wearing the shoes, I'm not the one that's actually relishing, enjoying the shoes. I'm enjoying that you're enjoying the shoes. And this is the mood of the Manjari, obviously on a very material level, but this is like maybe a small glimpse into the attitude, the approach that the Manjari takes into her service. So all the feelings and the relishment are all there. It's just the Manjari gets there in a different way. I love this final prayer from Sripada, because I feel that he's giving mercy to devotees on all levels by saying, "Oh mind, find pleasure in Radha's play forest. If I cannot directly experience Radha and Mohan's loving pastime," so even though the text just describes how he was actively there and supporting their loving pastime, if I cannot directly experience, then let me remember Sri Vrindavan. And to me, I feel that when he says, let me remember Sri Vrindavan, it means let me live in these loving service mood feelings of the Manjari. So let me be in my everyday life actively living in these feelings of the Manjari, working to serve in this loving mood. When you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for all your point of views and like sharings. Like, yeah, because like Vrindavan right now is like a very strong mirror to me. And yeah, I strongly can observe like myself, like longing also for this enjoyment, or like these parts of me that are so calculating and like always try to gain the best for me. And yeah, sometimes also, yeah, sure, there's also compassion, but yeah, I can observe so many layers of myself right now, like how I interact and interacted with the world. But yeah, I'm just grateful for your sharings and point of views, because it gives me a deeper feeling and understanding for this.
The reality is that we live in the material world. That we're in subtle energy. You know, we're souls living in material bodies, and our soul experience is experience of the divine. Though for most of us, it's 90% covered. And the way we interact with the world, like you were saying, Harinam Prasad, is through our material bodies, through our mind, through our material senses. But our essence is the soul. And the soul is what will eventually leave this body and either travel to another body or end up permanently in Goloka Vrindavan, doing eternal service. This is our spiritual goal. And this will happen if and when, both, when we manage to see through, realize how much of what we do in this world is materially determined, and we find our way back to realizing that we're soul beings, that we're souls. And if this work is done, then when we leave the body, we will not take a new body. We'll end up in the eternal lila. And if we don't finish this work, then we'll continue the work in the next body. So we try to, the mind is like a kind of a bridge between the soul and this crazy material world. We have to use it in a way. And at the same time, we want to purify ourselves of it. The soul gives us inspiration. It gives us a reference point for our spiritual progress. It gives us a reference point for our relation to Radha. We're all souls, and that soul is divine. So how to live in this material world with a divine soul, that is the sort of paradox that we all face.
Radhe Radhe. Good morning.
Radhe.
I would like to ask something about what you said about returning to the spiritual world. Actually, I heard that for this, it's necessary that all the karma is somehow, I don't know how to say it, but like our karma is finished or kind of resolved. And only then we will be able to take the spiritual body and really go back. And so I don't know what that means and how is it possible. It sounds very, oh my God, overwhelming. Maybe somebody could explain something about that. Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. I just remember what the Janata Maharaj said. The karma is under triguna. And then if you can, how to say, beyond that triguna, the karma is no more, how to say, no more, it means end. Our karma is still there, but if you become going to the beyond the karma, then it's no need to consider or related to the karmas. I just remember that the Janata Maharaj just explained about, I also did this kind of question, and then he said that, Radhe Radhe.
Karma is all the It's the baggage, it's the traces of our material experience which keep us from finding our Swarup, realizing our Swarup, our soul. When we realize fully our Swarup, like who we are, like to use the words of Gaurasundara there, very nicely put, then karma is gone. And like Prabhupada said, this can happen in 60 seconds. It doesn't. The moment you have this realization, then the karma is gone and you're no longer bound to the material body. It can take 60 seconds or 60 years or 60 million years. And like Gurudev says, and like Gaurasundara says, it's not because of material actions we do so much as mercy. So remember, karma actually in the Sanskrit, it means a cause or the law of cause and effect. And mercy is the one great power of the universe which doesn't obey cause and effect. There's no cause. There's no much there. You can't serve breakfast to the poor in Vrindavan enough times in order to guarantee that you get your realization. It will come when it comes. We can make it. We can do many things in material world in order to prepare the road, prepare the way. Be in the right place, associate, do kirtan, above all, study under a spiritual master. But it will come at the moment of mercy. So karma is all these attachments which from the material activities that block us. But these are nothing compared to the power of mercy, which wipes it away in one moment, one blink of the eye.
It's so beautiful. And it's not only, Uddhavji, that our karma, when we become a pure devotee, Krishna described in Bhagavad Gita, he will not only liberate us, he will liberate 14 generations before us and 14 generations that are coming in the future from our families. So this is one thing I meditate many times of this. This life, I not only have the responsibility to myself to finish all these karmic reactions by try to become a devotee. And, but it's also that can you imagine 14 generations? How many people, how many souls he will give mercy when we become pure devotee. So Prabhupada many times said, become devotee. He prayed for every single soul. Don't live like dogs and what he said, pigs, like this. Become devotee. Many times he said to his disciples, please become devotee. Because he knows that it's not only this one person who is sitting there. There is sitting the whole family. And please count 14 generations. There are maybe 100,000 of people. If we become a devotee, we realize our own spiritual body and the relationship to Mohan or to Swamini. We will liberate so many people. And this is our responsibility in this life. So we have to be under this Vandana. You will liberate your whole family. Can you imagine? Even if they are not devotee or whatever, there is no border for Mohan. Krishna is I mean, he is the one who can say this. And whatever he say, it will become true. Your mother, your father, your grandfathers, your grandmothers, grandgrandmothers, grandgrandfathers, and everything in your family will become liberated, 14 generations. So we work on this with our full heart and attention. This life can be successful. We are able, by the mercy of Gurudev, to become devotee. it's yeah.
So it would help if I could please get some grandchildren, I think.
This meditation has been certainly in the forefront of my mind as Vrindavan, as it does, kind of showed me some of my karmic energies that have been passed to me from my parents and grandparents, and I don't know, probably many, many generations back. And then I also at the same time have my child that is, coming into the world in maybe hours or days, or not hours, but certainly soon. And my desire to, sometimes we feel these karmic energies that come up inside us, and they're not so nice. At least the ones that I have are certainly not loving service mood, And so this desire is there to not pass this on, because we love everyone around us, and particularly have a strong attachment to our material family. And I mean, we can see this even with Gurudev. Like, he's in Delhi right now taking care of his material family. He's always taking care of us, his spiritual family, and also his material family. And so for reasons that at least that I can't see, we are linked to these souls for one reason or another. And so we have this attachment to our family for reasons that at least I can't see. And the thought, the concept of being able to purify not only ourselves and liberate ourselves, but also our family members is to me, very, very inspiring and worth, as you say, Gora, committing this life to that. And I also, I love, Uda, your description about how karma basically creating these bondages, these material coverings that are blocking us from experiencing our soul. And I remember actually it's a tea bag. There's a brand of tea in America called Yogi tea. Maybe it's in other places, and they always have these little yogic phrases on them and everything. And one I got one day that says, "An act of love leaves no trace." And so to me, what I felt on that tea bag was they're talking about our karmic actions, right? So there's good karma and there's bad karma. And you can live both our coverings, both our attachments. If I do something good, I can build good karma if that's my intention. If I do something bad, I potentially put this other karma on me. There's maybe no good and bad, but there's karma that's going on. But when we do the action in a loving mood, particularly in a loving service mood, then this action, instead of adding to our karma, instead of bonding us to this world, it's actually freeing us from this world. Why? Because when we do these actions in this loving service mood, we are in the mood of our spiritual form. So we're living more, we're developing more connection to this Manjari Bhav, to this spiritual form. And this is freeing us from these bonds of karma, as Uddhav said, through mercy, and is also not building more karma, so that over time, it could be, as beautifully described, could be 60 seconds, could be 60 years, could be 60 million years. But over time, these actions will work towards kind of removing those instead of adding them. But it's how we approach the action. It's not the action itself that we do. It's how we feel, our mood that we take when we're engaging in the action.
And it's also that to understand that also all actions we do in this world with a material mind will create karma, good or bad, and both sides of the karma will let us stay in this matter. So really the way out is not to do good or bad, whatever, but what we do as a servant. So as a devotee. So not means not to do that for me, but for our Swamini, whatever we do. So that from the moralistic side, we can say it's good or bad. But as long as we are doing this in the mood of a servant, then is no meaning of some karmic reaction. And there is also when Krishna explained in the Bhagavad Gita that even from the material side, but Uddhavji, you know Bhagavad Gita much better than me. He said that even der größte Schurke muss als ein Gottgeweihter angesehen werden, wenn es in meinem Dienst tut. You remember this?
Yeah, even the lowest act can be an act of, let's loosely, purification if it's in service of God.
Yeah.
So it's a bit what you're saying, and it's what Mahatma Ji is saying too, that if we do it in a mood of service to Radha, it could be just about anything, the actual action. It's the mood. It's done in service. This is what's special about bhakti, that any service that's done for Radha is liberating.
Yeah. Yeah. And also Gurudev explained sometimes when there is no sin, the only sin is to forget Radha Mohan. This is when we are in the material Maya, under this control, then she tried to make us forget Radha Mohan. And we are in this kind of illusion. And we allow this somehow, that we will forget Radha Mohan. And this is actually the sin, that we are not remember Radha Mohan and what we just read, the beauty of the Vrindavan forest, the playtime there. And that moment we remember, we are on the right position. Jai Gurudev, good morning.
Oh.
So nice to see you. All good in Delhi? No voice, Gurudev.
Waiting and watching.
Huh?
Waiting and watching. Nothing is clear.
Yeah. Vandana just make a nice question about karma. And we just speak about this meaning of karma. And when will the karma end? And we explain this, what we learned from you, Gurudev.
Yeah.
That there is a great mercy when we become devotee.
Yeah.
And that not only our karma will end if we become devotee, but Krishna in Bhagavad Gita told Arjuna that he will liberate even 14 generations before and 14 generations in the future if one becomes a devotee. Huh?
Right.
So we have a big responsibility to our family to become a devotee, right? So
what we see, devotee has also trouble and this and that. Then they think that why devotee has a trouble problem, so devotees are not a good position. I need my life without pain. But devotees' painful life is also not giving pain to them. They think this. This is the chance to serve, the field for service, and we will serve with a selfless mood. Yeah.
Yeah.
One time Gurudev said to me, one is niskam karma, one is sakam karma. If I think to good result for my karma, is also very dangerous. If I take the good result of my karma, then this karma will not leave us.
Is your bike? Cycle is yours?
Electric one? Yes, the blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You left the key inside.
Okay.
You can take it.
Yeah. The result will that we are still in the material world.
Yeah. Sakam karma and niskam karma means good karma and bad karma. Still we are running for karma.
But becoming devotee, then is finished this. Both.
That is the point. Huh? Devotion is not for doing for myself, doing for you. Yeah. For not my thinking in behind that. And we have to be careful that we're not involved in that. Sripada. Yeah. Read.
So it means, Gurudev, that we only want our actions to be based out of loving service.
Selfless service.
Selfless service.
Service
Yes, like,
without any result.
Yeah. And in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, Krishna told him to fight. So in our understanding here in the material, that's not good to kill others, right, Gurudev?
Yeah.
Ach so, die Bilder meinst du?
Ja, genau, das sind Gurudev. Yes.
Okay.
Very good. We can see Gurudev now.
But in this understanding of service, it also could be possible that this is our service. And Krishna explained this to Arjuna, right?
Right.
There we are.
Yeah.
So it's possible that it's from a moralic or ethic, worldly standard. It's not a good thing, but even it's possible that it's a service. Then it's okay.
Right. Read. More. Finish?
We finished the verse, Gurudev, but we can start a new one or go back and read what we read.
Last
bit. Maybe we'll go. We had some feelings about this description here. By the mercy of Sri Vrindavan, Sripada sees a sweet transcendental picture before his inner eyes. Shri Leela Kishore Yugala, the playful, youthful couple, are playing Madhura Vana Vihar, sweet forest pastimes, admiring the beauty of the spring forest with their girlfriends. Sripad is there in his Kinkari form, engaged in their service. The forest is filled with different kinds of blooming flowers, surrounded by hummingbees.
Wow.
The cuckoos create a romantic atmosphere by singing in the fifth note.
Wow.
And Mohan, the young transcendental Cupid of Vrindavan, sings along with Rati Priya Swamini, Radhika, who enchants millions of Ratis, and her girlfriends and maidservants.
All sing together.
How sweetly they play in the forest, embracing each other like a male and female elephant. The Sakis sing sweet songs about the pastimes of the Yugala Kishore, inciting amorous feelings in their hearts. Sometimes Priyaji personally goes to pick flowers to decorate her Priyatama. The vine buds bloom up when they are touched by Swamini's hands. They smile with their flowers, horripilate with their sprouts, and cry streams of tears with their trickling honey. How many jokes Srimati makes with her girlfriends while she picks flowers.
Here we made a point, Gurudev, that when the vine buds bloom up when they are touched by Swamini's hands.
Wow. Yeah.
And they smile with their flowers.
Wow. Yeah.
And horripilate, in the beginning we didn't know what is the meaning, but it is similar to they get goose pimples with their sprouts and cry streams of tears with their trickling honey.
Wow.
It's such a beautiful picture. And,
the vine buds bloom up when they are touched by Swamini's hands. They smile with their flowers, horripilate, which means stand on end with ecstasy, or in ecstasy, with their sprouts, and cry streams of tears with their trickling honey.
Wow. Wow, Sudhana. Very nicely explained.
And
Mahaprabhu Mercy.
Yeah.
Words are something, meaning is something.
This is also, I think, Uddhavji make this point of that this is like a feeling also of the manjaris.
Yeah.
When they are touched by Swamini's hands.
Yeah. That the mercy, when the touch of Swamini's hand, Manjari start dancing and be happy. Wow. And all creation Manjari come up.
How many jokes Srimati makes with her girlfriends while she picks flowers. Vishaka says, Saki Radhe, be careful. A greedy bumblebee, Mohan, is coming up to you to drink the honey from your moon-like face. Srimati says, Saki, why should a bumblebee come to me, leaving behind the fragrant lotus-like faces of beautiful girls like you and your friends? This line, I feel, references the line we read earlier about the forest being filled with different kinds of blooming flowers. I was feeling, Gurudev, yesterday that the blooming flowers were the different kinds of blooming flowers are different sakis or different gopis surrounded by humming bees, like the Rasa dance.
Oh, yeah, white fox.
You say that my face is like the moon. Well, Saki, the moon has no fragrance. So why would the bee feel attracted to it? Sripada, in his king form, sees Radha Harava Chitta Halava Balarike. How beautiful the vine buds are horripulating when they are touched by Sri Radha's beautiful hands. Through these pastimes, he relishes Vrindavan's natural beauty.
Yes, you can read.
Sometimes Srimati wants to pick flowers from high branches, and Sham, seeing her stretched out armpit, becomes attracted to her and runs up to her. Swamini cannot reach the flowers she wants, so Sham helps her by pulling the branch down. Just as Swamini catches the flower, Sham lets go of the branch so that tender Radhika flies up along with the branch. Fearfully, she calls out, Lalita, Lalita, help! While Sham loudly laughs and claps in his hands. Lalita pulls back down and takes care that Swamini returns to the ground. In his Kinkari form, Sripad sees how beautiful Sri Radha's footprints have marked the earth of Vrindavan. Radha Padanka An Madhura Alike. After picking flowers, Srimati sits down on a jeweled platform and makes ornaments from different flowers with her own hands to decorate Sham Sundra with. Sham Sundra.
So we can see that Swamini is not unhappy about the jokes Mohan makes with these branches. So she is also in this playful mood, and she loves this very much. And her girlfriend's helping to bring the branch down so that she can stand on the ground again. It's also a very nice picture to see this, huh? When she's picking flowers and how playful they are. So they are so close and so loving and so playful. This is Vrindavan, and there are so many involved in this beautiful playing game. There are the tree, the flower. There is who is it, Lalite, and there is the Manjari who's seeing this, watching the scene. Radha, Mohan, all are in this. They are all in this beautiful, playful mood, and how much fun they have together there.
Oh.
Especially Mohan, he's jumping there and clapping the hands?
Laughs loudly and claps his hands.
It's a beautiful scene to remember. That will never happen in Dwaraka or somewhere else in Vaikuntha. You will not see this. The god who is clapping hands and loudly laughing. This is only possible in the forest of Vrindavan. Really beautiful. Yes.
It also shows us maybe how soft and delicate Swamini is, because she's getting lifted up entirely into the branch that Sham pulls down. And not only Sham pulls down, but also Lalita can pull it back down. But our Swamini gets fully lifted up with it when Sham releases it. After picking flowers, Srimati sits down on the jewel platform and makes ornaments, different flowers, with her own hands to decorate Sham Sundra with. Sham Sundra and the Sakis are overwhelmed with ecstasy when the birds begin to chirp of Srimati's glories. Radha Yaso Mukara Mata Kagavalake. When the transcendental vision vanishes, Sripad thinks, Radha Vihar Vipini Ramatam Mano Me. O mind, find pleasure in Radha's play forest. If I cannot directly experience Radha and Mohan's loving pastimes, then let me remember Sri Vrindavan and mentally witness these sweet nectarian pastimes. Thus ends verse 14.
So nice to sit around Gurudev's bed and watching his ecstasy. Like if we all sit in Vrindavan around his bed.
Right.
We very desire to be with you, Gurudev.
Yeah, you're coming soon, my dear.
Yeah. Missing you very much.
What to do, my dear? So cold here, 3 degrees.
Cold?
Very cold.
Oh my God. You have no heater there?
Heater, but it's not working very good.
Oh.
Heater not work, so cold is here. I will roam the heater, but
not enough.
Now sun is start coming from yesterday. But very cool, very cold spot there.
We also here, we have very cold, but we have heater. So, but outside it's so cold that the gasoline is freezing in the tank of the cars.
No. Whoa.
That's very cold, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. Since 1 week we have around more than 5 degrees less, minus 10 degrees.
Here 3 degrees was there.
How much?
3.
Oh, in Delhi.
Delhi.
That's cold.
That's too cold, Gurudev. My God. and you have not a good heating system.
And my health is not good also. To protect this, very difficult.
No, this is not good circumstances. So I will bring a heater, Gurudev, for you.
Okay.
No? One more is better.
Okay.
Then we meet in Delhi, huh? You will still be there?
I don't know what will happen. I'm praying to go soon to Vrindavan,
Yeah.
but I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
आपका इंतजार कर रहे हैं वृंदावन में।
हाँ भैया।
हाँ, आपका इंतजार कर रहे हैं वृंदावन में।
यस। कौन?
गोवर्धन धारीदास।
अच्छा, क्या करे, मजबूरी है थोड़ी। राधे।
Radhe, Radhe, Gurudev.
राधे।
We love you so much.
जय श्री राधे, जय गुरुदेव।
जय श्री किशोरी। राधे राधे।
Radhe, Radhe, Gurudev. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too. Everything is mercy. Everything happen in Vrindavan. Everything is mercy.
But when your flight?
My flight is Wednesday, 11th, day after tomorrow.
Right.
And we will leave Vrindavan maybe 12 o'clock noon time, son.
Okay.
Yeah, I will call you later. Detail.
Okay.
Thank you for your kindness. Please take care of yourself also.
Okay.
We wish all your families best. Gurudev.
All is good. What Radha Radhi will see, what I can do with that. Radha Mohan, what they will do is the best. I have nothing on my mind for this.
So these difficult times, we can learn many things to serve her, to understand. I'm very thankful to this.
But
all his mercy. Jai Jai Sri Ram.
Jai Shri Radhe Gurudev. We are with you there.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad.
Jai Shri Radha. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Radha.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Radha.
Jai Shri Radha.
Jai Radha.
Thank you for darshan, Gurudev.
Jai Ho.
Yeah. My God. So sweet. What an incredible lesson. I think my life circumstances are like, oh, it's difficult, I'm like not set up, like my life's not set up for bhajan, and like Gurudev is the perfect, and such a shining beacon of light and example for us that like regardless of your circumstances, this was what I was feeling kind of about your question, Vandana, with the karma, is like we didn't create our life circumstances, the Creator did. And by thinking that we're creating them, and this isn't, I'm not in an ideal circumstance for service, for bhajan, we're actually taking the mood of the Creator instead of the mood of the absolute truth. And so whatever circumstance we're in here has been created for us to serve. We don't need to change our circumstances. This is the beauty of, I feel, Gurudev's teaching is we don't need to change our external circumstances. We don't need to, move to a cave in Vrindavan and chant 3 lakhs a day. We live in our mood, we live in our same circumstances, our everyday life. We just live in those same circumstances in our loving service mood.
Radhe Radhe Go